Well, it pays to make plans ahead for April Fool's Day. And I'll tell you, I'll let you in on a little secret. Very funny comedian coming to the Wynn on April Fool's. Not a joke. Fortune Feimster is going to be headlining at the Wynn. Of course, we know her from television. We know her from touring the country, but it's actually her first time at the Wynn, right?
Yeah, I've never performed at the Wynn. I've done Vegas quite a few times, so this feels like a huge upgrade. I can't wait. A lot of my comedian friends have done the Wynn and love it, so I feel like a special girl. I get to be there.
No, congratulations. It truly is, one of our most respected venues. It's a beautiful room. I think you'll love the size of the room.
Yeah.
What's it like being up on stage, being a comedian? Because I know you get some people yelling things out. You get some hecklers, some participants.
Yep.
Do you like that, or does it get to be a little much?
On this tour, I actually don't mind it. I'm doing a more interactive show than I've ever done before. My last tour and the one before that were very much like, here are my stories. I'm going to take you on a journey. And this one, I just want to have fun. So I'm telling a lot of stories, and it's all new material, nothing from my last special, Good Fortune. But I'm enjoying like interacting with the crowd. So I'm okay with it as long as it's done out of love, as long as it's not like, boo, next comedian. I'm like, this is all you got, bud.
Oh,
But so far it's been amazing. The people in the audience have been so funny. The stories have been awesome. And it just makes each show like special, like its own thing. Like this particular show will never happen again in another venue. You know what I mean? So I like
I
that part.
totally know. That's awesome. And this new show, you have Good Fortune, of course, but now this new show is Live, Laugh, Love. It kind of sounds like a book
Yes.
title almost, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, I always love those live, laugh, love signs. And my mom, of course, has so many of them, and they're big all over the South and the Midwest. And I kind of made fun of my mom for having one. And then when my partner moved in with me, she saw that I had a live, laugh, love sign, and she's like, "You are now your mother." And I was like, "What?" So it's sort of embracing that live, laugh, love, and turning it into a fun thing. So when people come to the show, they're like wearing shirts that have live, laugh, love on it, and it's cool now to have a live, laugh, love sign, I think.
For sure. I mean, it definitely needs to be a coffee mug. It needs to be like a throw pillow, doesn't it?
Yep.
Maybe with some sparkles on it. I know. I remember the last time you and I spoke, girl, and you were so funny. But we were talking about like kind of your Southern upbringing and your mom. How is your
Yeah.
mom?
She is awesome. And I'm actually talking about her even more in this set because she's a regular on my podcast, Sincerely Fortune. And she's become quite a character in my life. And just people are always like, how's Ginger? How's Ginger? So there are all these stories that revolve around her that seem like they're made up. They don't seem like they could possibly be real. But I'm like, no, this came out of her mouth. So I'm incorporating a lot of that into this set as well, and people love it. They're like, "Your mom is like nobody I've ever met." So she's great, and she is going to see the show when I go to Charleston. So she's going to be seeing me talk about her. So hopefully she likes it.
She's going to go, yeah, she's going to go in Charleston because it's not too far from where she lives. Maybe not flying
Exactly.
out. How does your mom, like, is your mom a gambler? Like, how would your mom do in Vegas?
Oh man, she would be very overstimulated and lose all of her money. On my way to move to Los Angeles, she drove cross country with me, and we stopped in Vegas. And it was one of those things where they were like, for 2 minutes, we are going to, open the slots and make it much easier for you to win.
Come
And
on.
my mom and I were broke though. Like we were running out of money, and we were like, oh my God, we could turn our like last $50 into like $200. And we went to the slot, played all of our money, lost it in like 30 seconds. And then we were like, oh, that's not how we were hoping that would go.
Exactly.
Um,
You know
so
what,
I don't know if she's
Fortune?
been back since. Maybe I need to bring her out to Vegas.
I don't know, girl. Be careful. I have this theory. That's what happens to me every time I play slots. And yet I have people in my
Yeah.
life who win consistently. So I think personally, I just think some people are blessed and some people are not.
Yeah.
You, my friend, are blessed with an amazing sense of humor. So people are going to see you on stage at the Wynn April 1st. How do you open a stand-up show? Do you plan it? Or do you kind of think, oh, I'll come out and I'll kind of be loose for a moment and then I'll get into that first set?
Well, I get the crowd in a good mood pre-show. I have a playlist that has all these songs that I love, that people love. You can hear when it's going to be a fun crowd because when they start singing along to Sweet Caroline, that's the sign. You're like, this is going to be a good show. So I get them going with that. And then I come out to music and I dance, and I just try to create a very fun, positive vibe where people hopefully they leave the show feeling better than when they got there. That is always my goal.
I love
so
it.
that's been the feedback so far, is that people are having a good time. So I know the folks in Vegas are gonna also have a good time. So I hope they come out and laugh with me.
I have to tell you, I've interviewed you quite a few times now over the years, and I have to tell you, every time we connect, I enjoy our time together. You are super fun and adorable. Thank you so much, Fortune.
Thank you. It's always so great to see you.
All right, April 1st. It is not a joke, guys, but Fortune Feimster, the hilarious stand-up comic, will be on stage at the Wynn Las Vegas. Check it out. Get your tickets now.